Yeah.
Like, I dived into this place fucking head first, like Lois from that episode of Family Guy. Like, I didn't think that I was gonna have to crawl back out. There's a couple more Ankies right there. Level 20 Ankies. How fun. What happened to your ship, lady? Your ship's a fucking mess. Ow. So this is what you're gonna need me to do anyway.
Any trouble? I'll only carry.
Repair the shit.
Stay safe, darling.
Hey lady, your ship's super fucked. What happened? It's a joke.
Nice try.
What are you giggling at?
Come on.
Oh, that was like the way Boba Fett died.
What, somebody get eaten?
No, the way his jetpack exploded.
Oh.
It made him shoot off like a rocket and he fucking hit head first into a building and exploded.
That wasn't Boba Fett.
Boba Fett jetpack make him go flying off. That's how he tries to relax.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. What the hell is going Do I need to go to the Polvo station for something? God damn it.
You're going to be carrying that gooey mess, right? Ecliptic must be getting desperate if they've resorted to searching piles of scrap for mech parts.
Maintain the dick, fat boy.
You're a damn joke.
Hey guys, I need you to, need you guys to fix my ship. Thanks, man. I like how ships, like to fix your ships, it's only 1,000 credits, no matter what the fuck is wrong with it.
Yep.
What? What? Okay.
So many lives
How did you
lost when
fuck
these
up that
UC
bad?
ships were destroyed. Brings back painful memories.
Biological.
Oh, look at the state of this ship. It's as though it's been picked apart from the inside out.
Biological contamination. Eliminated. Password. Voice. Attempting to resume. Attempting to. Error. Power. Level. Insufficient. Battery
You mean
required.
the guy in the cowboy hat behind me?
Microcell. Inquire it.
what's up,
Salvage
Sam?
yard.
Ah, come here, Sam. Oh, okay. Turn on charm up to 10.
Finest supplies on the planet. Also, only supplies on the planet. All legal, I swear.
Sir, can I help you? Some fucking dude just like fucking walked up to our conversation and was just staring. Like, can I help you? Alright, I will be right back.
Okay.
Ah, so that's where your machine's been. Heat leeches, wasn't it? Those little stowaways are everywhere on this rock. Suck the power out of a pen light if you let them. But a microcell, that's military-grade tech. I think we might have one, but I can promise you, you could probably Frankenstein one together using our fabrication system here, but only if you... So, I just brace. Wouldn't have lasted real long here. So long as you've got the specs, but finding materials up to the task, you're likely going to be sifting through quite a few. Though, if you think you can actually manage something like that, I'm willing to make you a deal. Spots where you should be able to. But in return, any excess materials you... Save us from risking our necks on another. I can't give you a guarantee, but a couple of mech types use microcells to power non-critical systems, running lights, radar, that sort of stuff. All the intact microcells will be long gone, too valuable. But the parts to make one, much better chance those are still lying around. So what do you say? Sell me what you don't need, and then let me just mark those collection points.
You killed those ecliptic guys. All of them? Congratulations, you've just made it onto my never ever.
Looks like you missed your calling.
Don't forget, in need of materials? Or just here to have a drink and enjoy the views? Nasty kind of alien left behind after the colony war. Pretty much blind. Original ones brought to Nera were all xeno-weapons. But those critters have long since passed. But they left behind more than enough untrained babies to keep the fields plenty interesting. Ecliptic are the meanest damn soldiers of fortune in the galaxy. Make the Crimson Fleet seem polite by comparison. You stumble across any out there, you back away slowly or get ready to kill. I'm sure you've seen them. They're everywhere. Little worms that nest on electronics or sneak into ship engines and suck the juice from them. Big ports like New Atlantis usually have someone whose job it is to pull them out of docked ships. But since it's just us here, the little bastards have pretty much free reign outside the salvage yard. It's kind of an inside joke. Other than the fact that we're the only place out here, the mechs we harvest, they're primarily from a group known as the 1st Cavalry. Their unit was deployed to break the deadlock on this world during the Colony War. Almost succeeded too, but as you can probably guess, it didn't ultimately work. Left us plenty of scrap to build with though, so we thought it'd be funny to dedicate this place to the folks that made it. Lots of money to be made on mech scrap if you know where to look. And I just happen to sell a guide that'll show you the best spots to get started. Couple of words of warning though. As you may have put together, Nira's more dangerous than a cellophane airlock. And it's not just the environment that'll... UC brought Xeno weapons here during the Colony War, and more than a few decided to put down roots. Sirens are the ones you really... You've also got the unauthorized scrappers. Ecliptic being the worst of the bunch. Kill you for... Luckily, we sell a wide array of problem solvers in various colors and calibers. Any Nira scrapping expedition starts by checking. Here's what I've got. So they were pretty widely considered the best damn mech unit in the Freestar Militia. Maybe the galaxy. Their leader? Major Paxton Hull. They say he was some kind of tactical genius. Whole damn war, he always seemed to be just one step ahead of the UC. But all that changed here on Nira. The fighting was brutal, apparently. Between the aliens and the UC defenses, most of the 1st Cav was wiped out. They say Hull snapped, that he couldn't handle the loss of so many good soldiers. When the ceasefire order finally came, he ignored it. Said he was too close to victory, and didn't want his people's lives to be sacrificed for nothing. So they court-martialed Hull and the other survivors of the 1st, locked them all up, and that was that.
Battery. Operational power levels restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume. Major Sanon. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon, additional support may allow me to complete my act, allowing me to leave. My mission is the disarmament of Unit XW-99. Designation, Siren. Nira's final active Xeno weapon, 99, has proven A far more formidable adversary than its peers.
I'm sorry. You're chasing a real, living xeno-weapon. Weren't they all wiped out?
They will be. Unit 99 has proven a capable adversary. External support, however, seems the most likely path to disarming it. Our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? A plague of terramorph attacks. You are docked at.
I don't even need a gun.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanan, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion. Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinian. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with.
So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they can be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on, I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees? Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps.
We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the Terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the Terramorph problem definitively. If you pick a fight with one, or you're a Terramorph, sure. But Asylees were already spread across the galaxy once before during the Colony War. As livestock.
They're far less of a danger than the one we're proposing to clean up.
All our data suggests Asylees. They're impressive hunters. The few tests we've been able to run, well, they more than got the job done. They're also shockingly adaptable. The data suggests they're able to thrive just about anywhere.
I'm gonna get through
and
a
we
few
plan
more
to
quests and
selectively
then I'm gonna
breed
be
them so
done.
they can hunt terramorphs wherever they're hiding. Which is important, because we did some cross-referencing in the terramorph data. On worlds where Asylees were present, terramorphs weren't. This suggests that however it is terramorphs are getting onto our worlds, Asylees are somehow cleaning that up as well. These creatures are good at what they do. I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not...
Don't worry, I already quick saved, ma'am. So... Is there...
Percival assures me that they're minimal.
Time at the top of the stairs.
He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up terror. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict.
Just a little, or like a lot?
Well, that's still not 100%. But it sounds like the Vanguard will actually be picking up. But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details before we've made a decision. Inclined that way myself.
With either path, though, we're looking at a long-term commitment. Years of work. Even just getting these plans off the ground is going to take time. And all routes are going to require some highly specific materials to make things work. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Seeley's gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around.
But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinian. It's certainly not encouraged, but the UC's given their sign-off for this excursion. This trip is all above board. It was the central hub for Asili's processing during the Colony War. But, and this part's exciting, the Terramorph data suggests Asili's were first found there. The planet it's on, Toliman 2, was their homeworld. Meaning, there's a very good chance their prey, the Terramorphs, came from that same world. Which would also explain why no one ever suspected that planet as the Terramorph source world. The Asilis were too damn effective at cleaning them up. Additionally, it explains why once the Asilis were gone, the outbreak there was so catastrophic. Londinian could very well be where the Terramorph saga began. Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there.
But you need to know, Londinian? It belongs to the Terramorphs.
They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
This is quite an impressive research facility. When it comes to the study of the Terramorph, the Red Devils are sparing no expense. It's a damn shame that it was necessary to reopen this facility. But someone has to deal with the fact that the Terramorphs have resurfaced.
Goddamn. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need? Oh, that's you then. I was informed we don't much care for Vanguard. But sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlanta. My sister's kids live in the city, so, yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, others in art. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fight. Still, would hate to see. Now, what was it you needed? Don't worry, I'll...
Listen, buddy, I don't need the veiled threats, okay? I don't need to be careful in neon.
Could feed a small planet with the amount of food this place goes through. Everything up to spec.
What's up, my boy? Gotcha, baby. Zach,
What?
I need you to connect or pull up my stream. It's fucking Dutch.
I'm here. God damn it, it is. Hold on.
We need more money.
Hold on. Unpause.
He didn't die, motherfucker.
Alright, I got it.
I wonder if somebody's made Arthur Morgan in this game yet.
Probably.
Because I've seen Todd. Dutch, you and I both know that you do not. Come on, Dutch. I love how our experiences are going so far. Just, is that Tom Holland? Wait, look.
Yeah, no
Van
kidding.
What the fuck? You're supposed to be dead. Thanks, Dutch.
Nice, nice. So what's your next trick?
Why are you looking at me? Damn. Yeah, get out of the way. What's up? I know exactly what warehouse they're talking about because I was trying to get into it earlier, ironically enough. However, I need to go make some drugs real quick. Man, Neon Security is so fucking up their own ass. I can't. Oh, really? Do I have to go talk to him before I can actually work? This is horseshit. I'm already here. I saw the briefest flash of, I'm pretty sure, my character's underwear.
Mm-hmm.
You wearing royal blue too? Now, this guy's security fucking detail fucking suck. I tried to persuade the guy at first. I knew I was gonna fail, so I just backed out of the conversation, went behind him, crouched where I was invisible, stole the warehouse key, and then walked around him and went inside. He didn't even try to stop me. Move, bitch. Oi. Listen, buddy. Wanna bet? That we do. Now is everybody pissed at me? Yep. I'm supposed to be here. Why do I hear the screams of the damned? Hello? I don't want to know what that was. I just walked out of this warehouse after slaughtering everybody. And, literally just the screams of the damned. I have no clue what the fuck was happening. Stuff like what?
Captain on deck.
Yeah, I know where Madame Savage's is.
advised to jump to safe harbor. Let me check my logs.
Landing initiated. Watch the flaring.
So this is Londonian. I've heard the stories, but I've never seen it with my own eyes.
Inside the barriers, double time! You with the Xeno unit? You're heading to command, far end of the compound.
God damn it. Just realized I was buying stuff. I was like, I don't remember picking some of this stuff up.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like... Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's for good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city.
Part of Mars.
Terramorphs are omnipresent,
mad.
and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed, except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people, do we understand each other? The initial Terramorph outbreak that overran Londinian during the tail end of the colony war came as a complete shock. Waves of the creatures appeared out of nowhere, and the city was quickly overwhelmed. There were some attempts at evacuation, but V. Victus decided more definitive action was merited. He ordered the spaceport to be bombed, ensuring no other ships could leave, halting the spread of the outbreak but leaving large sections in ruins and condemning count. And the intervening 20 years have only made Londinian more hostile, not less. So my people will not be coming for you. Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just up. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there. Yeah. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches.
Because I'm looking at the wrong thing again.
Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there.
I do.
Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out of...
Pinpoint's a bit strong.
The equipment will be able to get us a rough location of any acceptable sample. All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance.
tales of space and time. Was that the stuff that she wanted? I don't remember.
Your description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Clear.
That's right, I gotta go to Kila City.
Oh, that's a minigun.
Oh. You know, I'm surprised we haven't come across yet. I know it's off Fallout, but, you know, something similar to a Fat Man.
Yeah.
Fucking ship part, heavy as hell.
Right? Lift off when you are, Captain.
Anything I can help you with, Captain?
God damn it, I can remember. No, blah, 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 blah. Can never remember where the stairs are in this motherfucker. Stairs? Nope. Stairs.
Damn it. Do we have to get up already?
Excusez-moi.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
Alright, I'm done with this today. Oh, shit. Are we looking at memes or no?
No. Do it tomorrow.
I've never heard that one before.
We will.
Alright, I'm
All
going to
set
bed
on your
then.
gear?
Good night.
Night.
Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for so long, it maybe gets bigger in your head than it should be. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Now, are we doing this or not? Then let's get this. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A seat. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Hmm.
Combat procedures
Good resources
Now
go
I've
to
lost
waste.
my appetite.
No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
I am back.
Safety's off. All Asilis samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I'm not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where... I'm standing.
Got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. A real marvel. leeches. What's keeping you things... What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, are you seeing this? Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
What? No. It can't be true. Heat leeches are everywhere. They live everywhere. That means terramorphs... Oh my God.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing. We just found out. Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinium. A real marvel. These leeches. What's keeping you things warm? What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, are you seeing this? Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
What? No. It can't be true. Heat leeches are everywhere. They live everywhere. That means terramorphs... Oh my God.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was... That heat leech became a terramorph. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, we just found out. I am sincerely inclined to agree, but the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could you could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches in... Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if If you don't catch that thing, get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
What did I say?
Engaging.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this. First of all, Kaiser's got this cell done. From the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just... Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks. A bioweapon no one would recognize as one. Oh, that's a terrifying prospect. Sort of thing that'll keep you up at night. And the sort of thing whoever did this probably didn't expect us to uncover. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned... They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to Hell Frozen Oak. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise...
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the space...
The entrance is this one.
What a weird... Okay.
Sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive. Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father. He's a director. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the... He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole city to death. He's...
Oh, you make it sound like a miscalculation, when in reality...
A calculated loss. But it doesn't, it can't justify slaughter. Hey, Victus. saw the potential of the plant. He killed the...
No, he's worse than a murderer. He's a butcher. He doesn't give a damn about human lives. He simply uses them as pawn.
Yes. Exactly what we all thought he was. Wait. If the plant was used to trigger the attacks, that means Vivek... I hate to say it, but... Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go.
You got it. The two of us make quite the pair, eh? See you soon, love.
We're gonna have plenty to discuss once we get out of here. Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled. Concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot! Get the sample. Oh, well then. Right behind you. Oh, I'm hearing that sound. What is that?
That thing is putting out some kind of signal. Radar's lighting up. I think you're due for some company.
Stop! Stop! Don't shoot! We're friendly!
The signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures, I think I can nullify it. But I'm gonna need some help.
Check your fence! It's on the ground!
There should be some radar equipment powered up now around the port. You get those online, and I'll relay my signal through there.
You will be leaving here alive.
Connection received. Broadcasting signal.
It's working! But the thralls, they're attacking the anomaly. Percival, are you doing this?
You! Put it down! Put down the weapon or we shoot!
It's working!
That's not me. I'm just nulling out the frequency. One more dish, and I should be able to shut it down completely.
We freed them, and they're helping us.
I've still got more capacity. Get to the next dish. That should be the end of its connection to its throne. Now hit it with everything you've got.
It's here! It's here! Do it now!
It's got me! It's got me! Where are you?
that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
I'm glad you're handling the messy work.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Ah, this place. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Pt.5?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the Great Beyond.
It's a bit more complex.
We can rule out... I'm sorry, what? She's pulling my leg, right?
I don't believe she is.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the Terramorphs. But Ve Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered. Best of luck, Captain.
So, were you eating at the Sage Brook, or is it just a quick snap from the Terra Brew?
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here. Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. All in due time. First, I want
want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble? Not a bad thought, but no. Well, when I heard, did you find? Now, what in the heavens would make you claim something? That's quite the claim, Captain. Perhaps I can You want to hear I did it. Years. Now, you couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time. Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running I'm simply looking for you. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. I've already sent along the evidence of Orleza's role in the attacks to the cabinet. Leaving. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. Well...
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
What's happening, darling? If you have any gear, you... No, we done talking already. Have a moment. Well, well. Back for more, eh? I certainly do. Marrying you, if it keeps up.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus? I knew it. The second I heard that... Why? Did he say why? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
So you're telling us that the attack on New Atlantis was Victus's responsibility? Just like the dooming of Londinian? Oh, that's insane. All that, just to help restore the family name? How did he ever think that was going to work?
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like... My hope would be that whatever connections he's got to the outside, make sure his future schemes and machinations stay. But honestly, I'm not. He's in a unique position, and has done a special... Exactly. Bring justice. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do, unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through.
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at... They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech.
And the Aseles seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch 'em. Like an open airlock, guzzling angry
Aseles aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Aseles, It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might be willing to spare him. And here we go.
If something's on your mind, have something for me? I'd be happy to carry a few. Maybe if you're lucky, we'll talk again later.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under, but according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no... Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using Terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald
Orlaise? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs.
He did what?
That's impossible. Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna...
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part. You have evidence to back.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon.
Heavens help us.
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this.
He's a sociopath. Plain and...
Officer, please collect that.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how... Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little...
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think... We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with vape. I'm inclined to agree. Now, with our villain unmasked, with the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All
A sound decision, madam. Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow.
I'm in agreement.
Indeed. Open relations at this point would be critical towards...
That is an interesting idea. A grand...
The observers on Mars have proven such a
So, you want us to make nice with the Collective, Bash?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a...
That does very well. We'll get the Collective and... Thank you for the suggestion. So then, the cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only... The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be decided.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Asili...
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes.
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to...
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable...
Here's hoping they'll be kept on a short leash.
That, madam, is most certainly the plan.
Order, please. And Major Sanan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this...
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our rank.
Class 1? For the 3 of it?
What he means to say is...
Oh, yeah.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. You all have... Now, there's much to be done. Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your... Speak to your commander. Tuala, if I... He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the... On behalf of the whole of the United Colony, this meeting is adjourned.
Oh, yeah.
Captain, I guess we've got our assignment. I could have never guessed where all this was going to... But now, knowing what I do, that my father truly is the monster... Well, I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. The best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, while we were there on the podium... After all, it could be, but I knew the answer before. Because confronting him, what would I gain from that? From letting him remind me? Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that he still has some sway. Oh, I'm not about to let him control my future. And thanks to what we've done together, words can't... You know I can't do that. But I wouldn't be upset if you came by the HQ every now and then. Remind me how... Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded. It's been an honor.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. It's a high honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation. Only ever met a couple myself, and certainly never given one orders. You should be real proud. Everything all right? No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your account now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the Aphelion sign. Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you... But, with all that squared, it's time to get you a... There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien... Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Well, we could... here we go. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Sounds like spacers tried scrapping some ships, with their pilots still in them. Go show them the error of their ways.
I hope Aquila City has one.
ancient teachers of this science, said he, promised impossibilities and
Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1... In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in...
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you... Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite...
Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located...
You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor...
Now that you're an owner, I'm sure... Let's see what we... Right now, I've got a little place... Sound like something you're... No pressure here. I'm always here if you're looking for a new home.
and I'm good to go.
I know your type. The freewheeling space ace.
Anything interesting in range? We should have a talk. When you have the time. Sorry to pull you aside like this, but taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every Indeed. Leaving that problem unchecked. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. Then you were mistaken. I'm sorry, but I believe the Asili solution will take far too long. Years, perhaps even decades. Unfortunately, there's no use dwelling on the past. You need to live with the decision. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of eliminating it adds to the... anything that accelerates the terror. You haven't let me down. You've simply given me... I'll tell you what. Let's put this past us, shall we? I'm sorry if I've hurt you in any way.
Heard the cabinets assembled some kind of elite.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for?
can't go faster.
guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away. I'm still overwhelmed, If it keeps us